One particularly enticing panel from All-Star Superman cited by James Gunn is making quite the buzz on the internet. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Taking the internet by storm, James Gunn recently revealed the classic Superman stories that inspired him to make his hotly anticipated Superman reboot. Although in his recent Instagram post, Gunn shared a ton of Clark Kent stories that heavily influenced his upcoming blockbuster, fans seemingly set their eyes on one particular panel. While James Gunn's primary influences stem back to 1939 Superman #1, fans are hooked to the specific panel from All-Star Superman, which seemed to be a home run, if included in the upcoming movie. Witnessing the particularly enticing panel from All-Star Superman as an inspiration for Gunn's Superman, fans almost forgave the DC CEO for booting Henry Cavill. Although we're still more than a year away from when James Gunn's Superman will hit the theaters, the DC head knows how to keep the buzz alive on the internet. With production picking its pace, the director is beginning to spill some details about the upcoming project. Taking to his Instagram account, Gunn thus revealed all the Clark Kent stories that inspired his Superman reboot. Giving fans a glimpse at the various versions of Superman he's drawing inspiration from, James Gunn shared a ton of Clark Kent stories. Claiming that there are too many to count, Gunn added 1939 Superman #1 as his initial inspiration. Followed by 2005 All-Star Superman and Max Fleischer's groundbreaking Superman cartoons, Gunn cited a few others. 1980 SAXS Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow and the 1962 The Superman Family are among a few of his inspirations for the upcoming Superman reboot. But while the director shared a number of comic strips that influenced him, fans seemed hooked to one particular panel. Having their eyes set on the panel of All-Star Superman, 2005 to 2008, shared by James Gunn, fans expressed their unanimous excitement over this particular strip. Witnessing the iconic bit of the comic strip that featured Superman saving a teenager by convincing them against suicide, fans simply lost their minds. This particular segment from All-Star Superman is one of the most significant bits that truly brings out Superman's essence. Showering light upon Superman's most important power, his heart and compassion, this particular panel brings out the human-like side of the hero. Artist Frank Quitely incredibly summed up everything that Kal-El is about through his famous image in All-Star Superman. In this bit we see Superman saving a suicidal teenager named Reagan by comforting and offering them clarity about life. This shows the more human side of the Man of Steel story, which is a significant part of his character alongside his strength and otherworldly powers. Noticing this particular panel from All-Star Superman among James Gunn's inspiration for the Superman reboot, fans hailed the director for his work. As of now, the particular panel is among several other inspirations, and it's yet to be confirmed if the reboot will feature that particular bit. But if it does, it's going to be a definite home James Gunn to bring back Batman's therefore iconic hopeful and truly excited about that particular inspiration. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Batman is one of the most iconic characters of all time, with a legacy extending many decades. In the many years since its live-action debut, the character has been portrayed in different ways with his iconic bat suit undergoing several transformations. However, one thing has always remained consistent: Batman and his dark black eyes. Throughout his live-action portrayals, this signature look of the character has remained intact. However, die-hard DC fans have been campaigning for the character to have white eyes instead of its usual black ones. And Marvel's Wolverine's white eyes might convince James Gunn to accept this request. Over the years, many actors have portrayed the iconic DC character, Batman. However, most of them have been seen wearing a black-eyed mask, including Zack Snyder's version of Batman. And so, DC fans are not too enthusiastic about the prospect of having another live-action Dark Knight with his usual black-eyed look. With James Gunn as the new helmer of the DC universe, he is sure to bring the Dark Knight in live-action soon. Hence, fans have been campaigning hard for the former Marvel director to listen to their one long-time demand: having a bat suit with a white-eyed mask, as depicted in the DC comics. The calls for Batman to have white eyes in his mask have further been amplified after seeing Hugh Jackman's latest look in a fan-edited video of the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. Made by an ex-user and VFX artist at Sting VFX1, Wolverine can be spotted wearing his iconic mask from the comics with white eyes. As the look goes viral, DC fans believe that Jackman's look could be instrumental in finally convincing DC to try something new with Batman. Although James Gunn is yet to respond, It is certainly an exciting and interesting demand on the part of DC fans, which can make The Dark Knight even more formidable and more authentic to its comic book origin. Live-action Batman has always spotted black eyes behind his mask. While the look does fit his whole vibe, persona, and concept of being the Dark Knight, fans have started to find the look boring, especially since it is not how he has been portrayed in comic books. After seeing the authentic and realistic depiction of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine in the fan-made trailer, DC fans are now convinced that it is time for DC to give its Batman a makeover and accept fans' demands. Been saying it for years, the white eyes add a menace and a layer to Batman that Bruce Wayne doesn't have. Batman doesn't usually show emotion, which is what all the previous movies were trying to get out of the actors who played them with those ugly eye holes. Look at Black Panther. I have seen plenty of cosplayers have white eyes on their Batman costume, and they look so prefect. So a big Hollywood studio like WB/DC shouldn't have any problems doing eye. I want white eyes for both the Batman Part 2 and Brave and the Bold. Moon Knight, Wolverine, and Deadpool have shown us that white eyes can definitely work in live action. Yeah. I personally like being able to see his eyes more because it allows him to be more expressive and to get more of the actor's performance. But they need to try the white eyes at least once. The DCU would be the perfect place to do it. It boggles my mind how a whole side of Twitter doesn't want Batman to have white eyes. I feel like the white eyes is what makes him so mysterious. Without them, it would be easier to find out his secret identity. As fans continue to demand, James Gunn has a unique opportunity to redefine the timeless DC character for a new generation. Not only can he pay homage to the character's comic book one of the important
by
aspects
incorporating
of
his
James
iconic
Gunn's
white
new
eyes
and
in the
improved
DCU,
but he can
is that
also
it is looking
deliver
to
a
encompass
Batman
the
that
entirety
truly
of the
embodies
DC
the essence
universe
of the Dark
across
Knight.
multiple mediums.
Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. What Gunn aims to do is unite the various media that DC is putting out under one banner, such that any character that appears anywhere will be the same as the one that audiences see somewhere else, with the same actor essaying the role and the same history. Creature Commandos will be the first look that fans get at James Gunn's DCU, due to release in December 2024, a full 7 months ahead of the franchise's live-action debut with Gunn's own Superman. It would seem that Gunn will be bringing over the actors from the voice acting department to live action, should these characters need to make an appearance. However, this has already been done by DC, specifically in the Arrowverse. In the Arrowverse, a slew of shows aired on CW using DC properties like Green Arrow, The Flash, and Black Lightning. As the show moved more towards the science fiction/fantasy side of the DC universe, characters like The Flash and Supergirl began fleshing out the universe, which then resulted in yearly crossovers across all shows that were currently running. Among the slew of theories that appeared in the show was Vixen, a character that would go on receive a show of her own. However, what was unique about Vixen's spin-off was that unlike The Flash, who got a live-action series of his own, Vixen appeared in an animated series, one that connected directly